Hello my fellow garden gals and guys. Welcome back to my channel, Serenity Now Garden. My name's Jeannie and I garden in a zone 4B. So today we're going to be talking all about long bloomers. All of these perennials are blooming right now. We're just at the end of July. And I've been really working hard to plant something in each part of my yard that is blooming at all times. So I got my early spring bulbs, I got the early bloomers in spring. Now I'm looking for the summer bloomers that can take over just after the astilbe fizzle out. I'm really lacking some color in my backyard right now, so I really need to put all these back there. I also need to find some fall bloomers too. Some of these actually do bloom through fall. So let me go over these 4 plants that I got. I'll give you some stats about each one, and then I'll show you where I'm going to put them in my landscape. So the first one that I'm going to talk about here, and I've talked about this before, I have planted one other one. This is a double scoop coneflower. Let me give you a close-up here. So you could see the seed heads are covered with petals. This one is called Delicious Candy. So I actually saw this one, Laura from Garden Answer, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago by the time you see this. She did a video and she had some delicious candy in her video and it just really popped. The darker center with the lighter petals, I just really liked the looks of. I do have some raspberry double scoop coneflowers, but yeah, the lighter petals I think was, it just looks really nice next to the seed head. Now, something that I didn't know about these double scoops that I don't know if you guys know, it says on the tag that they do attract butterflies and birds, but what I didn't know is that these petals make it so the pollinators can't get to the pollen. So although these are really gorgeous, if you really want to attract the pollinators and help out the pollinators, you really need to put in like the more old-fashioned coneflowers or native coneflowers, or the coneflowers with the seed heads that you could just leave on through the fall too. You could put some of these next to those. So I have 2 varieties of these. I'll probably just continue buying the other coneflowers just to attract more pollinators or to help out the pollinators. So that's something I never knew, so I just wanted to make sure I shared that. But here's a few things about the Delicious Candy. Like I said, it's a pollinator magnet. Even though it doesn't help the pollinators, it does attract the butterflies and the birds in the fall. You could plant this in full sun to part sun. It gets about 18 inches tall, about 16 inches wide. It blooms in the summer, like right now, midsummer to late summer. So pretty long blooming. Heat and drought tolerant after it gets established after the first year, and it says it's deer resistant. Sometimes there's something that eats the petals. I'm not sure exactly what it is, so I still spray it with a little liquid fence. So yeah, that is Delicious Candy. Those are the double scoop coneflowers. So I'll show you where I'm going to put that in my backyard. Here is one. This is Dianthus. This variety is called Kahori Scarlet. Let me give you a little close-up. So as you can see, this is blooming right now. I do have Fire Witch Dianthus, but they bloom mostly in like late spring, and then the blooms kind of fizzle out. You shear them back and then you might get like a couple more blooms out of them. But this one says that it blooms May through August. So that is a really long bloomer for Dianthus. So we'll see how that does. It kind of stays compact like this. You can divide it every 3 to 4 years. Zone 3 through 9, it attracts butterflies. You deadhead these to keep the blooms going, so it's a little bit higher maintenance, but not bad. Drought tolerant, deer resistant, it takes full sun, and it says that it's fragrant. So yeah, it does smell really good. So I do have, like I said, Fire Witch Dianthus, but I really wanted something that was going to bloom a little bit longer, and since I love Dianthus so much, I think this is a really good addition. So we'll kind of put that more towards the front of the border, so since it stays so low growing. So that was Kahori Scarlet Dianthus. So next one here, one of my favorites. You guys probably know what this is. This is Phlox Paniculata, or garden phlox. Let me give you a close-up. So I don't have any of this light purple lavender color in my garden, so I just wanted to add some. I have a whole drift up front, but I love phlox. It attracts hummingbirds even, so that's a plus. I want to put some in back. They can grow, they can get quite large. I have some right next to me here that, gosh, is almost 4 feet across, 3 feet tall. So I'm really happy with phlox. Let's see, yeah, 3 to 4 feet tall, zone 4 through 8. They bloom June through August, so long bloomers. Sun to part sun. The moisture that they like is about medium, so not too dry, not too wet. They attract hummingbirds, butterflies, and make sure you get a variety that's resistant to powdery mildew. Some of the older varieties, they can get the powdery mildew, like when it starts to get humid in the summer. So yeah, that's garden phlox, or Phlox Paniculata. I'm gonna put this in back because I don't have any and I need to add some colors. So. And the last one here, I didn't even know that this plant existed actually. This is Delphinium grandiflora. This variety is called Blue Butterfly. Let me show you a close-up of the flowers there. I'll put a picture of the plant tags so you could kind of see a little bit better. You could see it's just different than the regular delphinium because it doesn't have the flower spikes. This is just diffuse blue flowers, and the blue is so vibrant. Some things about the blue butterfly, delphinium, you can get about, as you could see here, almost 2 feet tall, 12 inches wide, zone 4 through 7. It likes moisture, sun, it's deer resistant, and long blooming from early summer to very late summer. So I don't have anything blue in the back either. These can be poisonous. I think that's why deer stay away from them. So like I said, just be careful with that if you have pets or anything. But they're very heat tolerant as well. So those are some 4 long bloomers here. Let me go plant these up and I'll show you where I put them. If you like videos like this, if you can give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, it would really help me out. Okay guys, see you in a minute. Okay guys, so here is my backyard here. This is where I decided to put the delicious candy coneflower. It just really pops against that mulch too, wouldn't you say? I just love this plant. It's just so cool looking. And just the blooms on it are so big. So I can't wait till that fills in there. I think this is a good spot. I have like no color right now. So yeah, and just next to it, so as you can see, there's these 2 irises that lead this, that are on either side of this path. And I decided to put the dianthus right next to it. I needed a low grower there because I have some false leaf spirea just behind it. Like I said, I got the iris just on the left of it. And yeah, I didn't want anything that was going to get too big that would take away from that matcha ball spirea, false leaf spirea. And while I'm back here, I'm going to show you what I'm working on here. So I'm developing this path here. It's going to go straight through these aspens, and I just started lining it with these hostas, and I'm going to be cardboard and mulching it too. So have a ways to go. So I'm moving hostas from this back bed, dividing them and lining this path. I have about a third left to go, so don't mind all the edging back there. I'm gonna end up throwing that out, and that's just where I'm keeping it for now. So anyways, that's what I'm working on right now. So let's go to the other side here. This is where I decided to put the phlox and the delphinium. So as you can see, I just took out some hostas from this area, and the astilbes are fizzling out back here, and I really need some color. But can you imagine when this grows in? I think this is gonna look so good.
you know, getting like 3 or 4 feet tall and wide, and it looks so good next to the gold on that Sun King Aurelia. So yes, I just need this to fill in this space. It will in about a year or two. And yeah, I put the delphinium right in front of it. I have to stake this up, it looks like. I don't know if that's gonna be something I have to do every year, but anyways, I wanted to show you even before I did that. But check out this color. It's just gorgeous. Okay, guys, so happy gardening. Take care.